Today, I'm here comparing Diablo Immortal with Black Desert Mobile, telling you which one I think is the better game. What is up, my friends? My name is Echo, and we're going to be breaking down Diablo Immortal and Black Desert Mobile today for you in this video. And you may be asking yourself, why does this guy Echo know about both of these games, and why is he qualified to compare them? Well, the answer is pretty simple, guys. I was over at BlizzCon 2019, and I got my hands on, in-depth, big time, on Diablo Immortal, and I was able to really break down the game and just take in everything that was available for me at the time. So, as you could say, I feel like sort of an expert on Diablo Immortal right now, at least for what the game is as of BlizzCon 2019. And with that being said, I've also been playing Black Desert Mobile as I await the release of Diablo Immortal, so I have a pretty good feel of that game as well. So today, I'm going to take the two, we're going to compare them, and I'm going to give you my opinions. Now, before I go any further in the video, guys, make sure you sub the channel and ring the bell, because whenever something Diablo Immortal comes out, I'm going to be bringing you a piece of content on that. I really can't wait for this game to go live, because when it is live, I will be bringing you content every single day. We're looking at some B-roll footage in the background from what was available at 2019 BlizzCon of all the characters, their classes, their abilities, and some stuff like that. So to start things out, we're going to be talking about Diablo Immortal, then make our way over to Black Desert Mobile. The first topic, our graphics. Now, like I said, we're going to talk about Diablo Immortal first, and then midway through the video, we'll switch over and touch on these same topics for Black Desert Mobile. Now, the graphics of Diablo Immortal are incredible. The footage we're looking at doesn't even do it justice. When you have it in your hands on a really nice device, it looks so amazing. I mean, it makes Diablo 3 look bad, guys, and we're talking about a game that's on a tablet or on a phone. It has that classic Diablo feel, that feeling that you are just somewhere that's dark and dreary, and it really encompasses the feeling of the hell that you're supposed to be in when you're in Diablo Immortal. So not only are the graphics amazing, but the entire feeling that you get from playing the game is on point. Now, we also need to talk about the controls, because that's the biggest concern, the biggest fear of people about this game coming to mobile, and that is controls. The controls are pretty nice, guys. I have a video that features breaking down the controls of this game, and it's your typical, your standard action RPG style controls. You're gonna have right behind me where I would be, you'd have the main attack button, a bunch of abilities, which have other options that will pop up when supers are available and stuff like that. It has a surprisingly comfortable feel when you're playing the game. It's nothing that feels, foreign. It just feels like it should feel for someone that's used to playing a mobile game. And if I just move myself out of the way for a second, you'll see the controls right next to me. Really nice, really bright. Nothing seems cluttered, or the cluster seems perfect. The bars around the buttons seem really nice as well, showing you when abilities are going to be available. I think they did a really nice job with the controls, not only with how they're laid out, but also how they look. Now, this next topic that I'm going to discuss came to mind from playing Black Desert Mobile, and that is confusion or straightforward. How straightforward is Diablo Immortal? How confusing it? How in-depth is it to the point where it's just too much and it just gets you lost and you say, you know what, I'm not even going to play this game. Diablo Immortal has a good mix of free roam and linear feeling. You're going to get into the game and it's going to give you a path that you need to go on, and then, of course, you could explore outside of that path. For me, this is perfect. It's perfection. It is done to a T, as beautiful as it could be done. They nailed it. The game is not too in-depth where it gets so confusing that someone's going to have to spend hours and hours and hours watching tutorial videos just to understand the game. It has that nice, straightforward, this is what I'm supposed to do, this is what I need to find, and of course it has a lot of those Easter eggs in there as well, so you're gonna be able to have some things that you can possibly hunt for, but it doesn't mean that it's gonna hold back your game. You're not gonna be stuck at a point and say, well, right now I just don't know where to go. Next up is fluidity. How fluid is the game? How does it feel? Is it choppy? Is it clean? Is it smooth? And Diablo Immortal, from what I played, my experience, flawless. Played it through 2 times on 2 different devices as all the different available characters, and it was flawless. It ran with no lag, with no choppiness, with no interruption. it was perfect. Now, people are saying also, Diablo Immortal, is it going to be like Diablo? How much depth is going to be inside of the game? And how much am I going to be able to customize my character and the weapons and all that stuff? Everyone's thinking of Diablo 3, and how is it going to be compared to Diablo 3? And you definitely are going to have customization inside of the game. And I think the balance is set just right for mobile when we're talking about Diablo Immortal. You're going to be able to customize the weapons, the gear, and all of that stuff, but you're not going to have to go in as in-depth, at least from my experience, as we had in Diablo 3 with that customization. So there's still going to be a ton of customization abilities, different sets that you guys can build and all that, but it's not going to have the depth that we're used to seeing or that we're familiar with from playing Diablo 3. Is Diablo Immortal pay to win? The monetization has not been set in stone as of yet, but after talking to the developers, and this is conversations one-on-one with the team making the game, they do not want this game to be pay to win. They're still figuring out how they're going to monetize it, because let's be real, guys, these companies need to make money. If they make money, they can support the game. We want the game to be supported. We want it to make money. We want it to do well, but we need to have that balance. I do not feel in any way that there's going to be any pay-to-win elements. I think a lot of it's going to be skins and passes and things like that. I don't believe we're going to be able to pay for power inside of the game, because when you pay for power inside of a game, that game becomes pay-to-win. Whoever has more money can have the more powerful characters and can dominate in the game, and we all believe that sucks. No one wants to have to deal with that in a game, especially a game like Diablo on mobile. So I think we are going to be in the clear and safe for pay to win. It is honestly 0 on my concern list, so I think we're good to go. And lastly, my overall feel of Diablo Immortal, the whole vibe I get from playing it and from everyone that's part of creating it, 10 out of 10. Guys, I created this brand new YouTube channel just for Diablo Immortal. If I didn't believe in this game, if I didn't think this game was going to be amazing, I would not have made a new YouTube channel and invested so much time and effort into building something just around this one game. I think Diablo Immortal is going to be the leader in the action RPG space. I think it's going to be the best, which is why I gave it the 10 out of 10. It's an all-star. But we're not only here to talk about Immortal, let's also talk about Black Desert Mobile. And I figure to talk about Black Desert Mobile, what better than just hop into the game, hit on some autoplay, and watch some footage as we discuss the same topics. And yes, guys, I did say autoplay because Black Desert Mobile has the autoplay feature. This is really nice if you're looking to quickly grind through something in the game, but it takes away from the game experience and from the grind that you're supposed to have in these action RPGs. Autoplay is something that I do not believe is part of Diablo Immortal. At least it was not part of it to the point where I took a look. So looks like Diablo Immortal is not going to have an autoplay feature. This is the actual game for Black Desert Mobile. So there's a lot of things I could point out when I'm actually discussing them. One of them, we're going to start with the graphics. Graphics are pretty darn good in Black Desert Mobile. I think that it was done really nicely. Everything looks good. It has that, you know, that Asian, that Japan feel to the artwork itself, which some people love. I personally prefer the hell version that we get when we're talking about Diablo Immortal. But this, as far as graphics go, if we're looking at the actual graphics of the game, I think that Black Desert Mobile does them well. It's more of a preference thing. Do you prefer the Diablo Immortal look or the Black Desert Mobile look? They're both equally as good. I don't know. I personally like Diablo Immortal a little bit more, but that's definitely just it's just my personal opinion. Your choice may be different, but we're going to talk about the controls, and this is something that I think is really good in Black Desert Mobile. You can see the control scheme right next to me, and you may notice they kind of spin and swipe back and forth. You have your general controls, your attack, you have your dodge button. You can see them spinning around, but also I can take my hand and swipe across and get into a whole different control set. So the control sets are able to be swiped back and forth. So really, in one controller, you have two different sets that you can customize yourself. I really like this feature. It enables you to have multiple different attacks set up, more than Diablo Immortal has at this point in time. This feature is probably the highlight of Black Desert Mobile for me. I really think it's a smart play. You think about mobile action RPGs and how controls can be limited. This takes away some of that limitability, and it allows you to have more customization and more choices for your controls. Now, confusion and straightforward is where this game lacks. Black Desert Mobile has insane depth. You can go to your Black Spirit. You can enhance things. You can also come on over, equip crystals into things, which is, you know, these are all nice things. You have the leveling perks. You have the equip lightstone screen. You have the fusing the lightstones. You could even then come in and check out all of the stuff up on top of the screen as well. Look at all the options you have above. So many different things you can have and so many different things that you can do inside of the game that it's not a bad thing. It has so much depth that you really need to take the time, lots of time, to learn the game and fully understand it. Then you have your camp that you can go to, and you have the village that you can go to on top of that. I personally am not a fan of either or, of villages or camps. I don't love having to go back to my village to meet with people and to get certain things done. Now, Diablo Immortal is probably going to have a village as well, which is fine, but Black Desert Mobile has both. When we talk about fluidity, the game is pretty fluid. It's not very choppy at all. It's actually very smooth. I don't have anything negative to say about Black Desert Mobile as far as fluidity goes. Do I think it runs as smooth, as flawless, as perfect as Diablo Immortal? No, but it's very close. Black Desert Mobile is in depth. And in my opinion, it's too in depth. It just has so many elements to it, to the point where a person that's put in 5, 6, 7 hours may say, I've put in 5, 6, 7 hours into this game and I still don't have a clue what I'm doing. Or I still don't know where to go. Or I feel stuck right here. I don't know what to do. So if you don't have friends to party up with or tutorial videos to watch on YouTube, you may find yourself stuck while playing Black Desert Mobile. And that, for me, is too much depth. I like depth in a game, but not this much depth. So for me, I prefer the Diablo Immortal version of this action RPG, where there's definitely depth, there's customization, a lot you could do there, but not to the point of confusing. Pay to win. Everyone wants to know about pay to win when we're talking about mobile games. And I have not reached the point of pay to win in Black Desert Mobile, because I probably put, I don't know, 5 to 10 hours into the game. But a lot of people believe that Black Desert Mobile is pay to win and that it really takes some cash to put yourself into the end game of Black Desert Mobile. And I can see elements of the game that would be enhanced from having to spend some money. For example, when you want to upgrade things, if you want to enhance your items. Notice I don't have any of these pieces that I need to make my staff stronger. Well, of course, we could purchase those, and in purchasing those, I would get the things needed to enhance my gear. Now, this is an element of pay to win, because someone that has a ton of money could spend that money, enhance their gear, have the best gear in the game, and dominate everyone. Is this a bad thing? No. Is it pay to win? Yeah, it kind of is, guys. So that's the element of this game that is so different from Diablo Immortal, because Diablo Immortal does not possess any of those elements, at least at this point in time. And like I said earlier, I don't believe they're going to. And to sum it up, my overall feel of Black Desert Mobile is it's a really good game. It's a really great mobile game. It's one that people could spend hundreds of hours in, progressing, upgrading, doing rifts with one another, going in and doing dungeons with your friends. The game is so much fun with so many rewards that look so great. I mean, look, that's probably my favorite ability so far from the witch inside of the game as well. The game offers so much, guys, and it is something that you should be playing until Diablo Immortal comes out. But when Diablo Immortal does arrive, I believe that you guys may find yourself forgetting other action RPGs and spending a lot more time in Diablo Immortal. So it's probably wise that we finish off on the Diablo Immortal screen. Guys, I am so looking forward to Diablo Immortal. I think it's going to be one of the best games of 2020 and by far the best action RPG that you guys get your hands on, possibly even on other devices. If we're comparing mobile to PC to console, Diablo Immortal is going to be amazing. And guys, I want you to let me know if you want to see more videos just like this one, where I compare Diablo Immortal to other action RPGs right now on mobile. And before you leave, make sure you come over to my Instagram, and when you do, come through with a purple and a blue heart on my latest video or image. It lets me know that you came from this YouTube channel, and well, That's pretty awesome, guys. So again, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you guys are still waiting and not giving up on Diablo Immortal, because I can guarantee you it is worth the wait. The game is going to be insane. If you're looking for more content, more details, more breakdowns of my experience, my hands-on Diablo Immortal, check out the other videos on my channel, because I have a bunch of them really giving you guys an inside look at the experience that I had while I was at BlizzCon 2019. But guys, thank you so much for coming through. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I'll be back here very soon with another Diablo Immortal video, and hopefully live streams coming soon of the game right here on the channel. The best thing you could do is subscribe with the bell rung so you don't miss out on any of the content. Thank you guys so much for your support. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I'll see you back very soon with another video. And if you miss me, come over to my main YouTube channel, because I put out videos there every day. Take care, guys, and be good.